as we should.
All right. It's been going pretty good. We're growing.
We are growing.
And we're live.
We're live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Best Women's Boxing Show period on the road. This man needs no introduction. Mr. Brian CUSTER, the man, the legend.
Wow.
The voice.
The voice.
I love that.
The voice. Yeah.
I haven't been called that one. I've been called a lot of things, not legend.
and nicely dressed.
You as well.
Thank you.
You as well. You as well.
We all got the memo.
I love it.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're here for another exciting fight week. What are the elements of this fight that make it appealing to you? Just this matchup in particular.
I think the historical aspect of it, what these guys can do. And, obviously no one as an undisputed champ has successfully defended their title 3 times. It's something that Canelo could do, be the first person to do that. For Mel, to move up 2 weight divisions. Now listen, I know people have jumped, a number of great fighters have jumped 2 weight divisions, have been successful, but not becoming an undisputed champion and take away 4 belts. To me, that is amazing. And you can say what you want about him having that challenge, but Mel is a guy who's already pretty big, walks around pretty big anyway. He's got knockout power. He can box. I think that's what makes, to me, the fight so intriguing, that, he can give Canelo the business if he's disciplined and he says, okay, I'm a boxer, and not go in there and feel my oats and be like, I'm a puncher too, right, and try to square off with Canelo.
Yeah. I agree with you. CHARLO has fast feet.
Yep.
Canelo likes to plant. He has heavy feet, and he likes to be defensive, but he can hit and move, and that's what CHARLO needs to do. What are your thoughts? Because CHARLO has been inactive.
Yep.
Canelo has not been inactive,
right.
Even though he wasn't 100%. He was activity matters.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a really good point. You saw that even with the Errol Spence fight. When he took on Bud Crawford. The activity obviously played a part in some of that. Bud was great that night, but that's one of the things that somewhat concerning. Had to rehab the hand. Wasn't totally healed until a couple of months ago. But that activity, and as you pointed out, Canelo's been fighting. What was it, 3 months ago? The last time he fought John Ryder, and he even talked about it. He said, "Look, my wrist is finally healthy now. I did everything for this camp." And I think for CHARLO, I hope he got his conditioning up, because he's got to use lateral movement in this fight.
Yeah,
he's got to use the lateral movement, because that could give Canelo problems. You're right. He's got slow feet. He's like, Canelo's one of those guys that kind of box forward like this, and he's going to tell you, if you watch him fight, he's going to tell you when he's going to punch, because if you see dips like this, there's the left hook coming. He dips like that, he's going to throw the right hand. So he's going to kind of tell you when he's going to punch. It's up to CHARLO to stay focused, stay disciplined, and be a boxer.
We've seen Canelo in lots of different style matchups. Lefties, boxers, punchers, brawlers. If there was a fight that CHARLO could look to teach him some things about Canelo, is there a performance of Canelo's that you think that CHARLO could benefit the most from watching?
This is what I'm going to tell you guys. You guys are going to be like, I didn't even think about that. How about Erislandy Lara?
Yes. His name always pops up.
Yes, it does.
He boxed great. And there were times where he said, tat, 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 and then he got out of it. He did not admire his work. And he moved the other time. And you got to remember, I remember we did that fight. There were a number of people, when that decision was announced, they were like, whoa.
I was one of them. I thought Lara
won that fight. If I'm Jamel Charlo, that's the fight I'm watching.
Yeah.
To me, that was because even though it was a younger Canelo, it was a faster Canelo, more swept than Canelo. He's a lot slower now, obviously a lot more powerful, but still a lot slower now. That would be the fight I would watch.
Not Bivol? You don't think he should be watching Bivol also?
Yeah, Bivol obviously, because Bivol, boom, used his range really well. Right. He used his range phenomenally against Canelo. So absolutely, but if you're CHARLO, I'm just talking about from a movement standpoint and hitting and keep moving, that would be the fight.
Yeah. They mentioned it earlier, and you mentioned it in your opening, or not, during your questions, that this is going to be the biggest stage for Jamel fighting Canelo. He's the golden ticket.
Yeah.
People get a little scared when they get gun shy. They're like, oh my God, until they get in the ring and then they freeze up. What do you think? Do you think he says he's ready, but no one's ever ready until you get in there and you actually get hit by Canelo and figure it out. What do you anticipate those first 3 rounds are going to look like with, or let's just say the first round with Canelo?
Yeah, I think, you know, and you heard Canelo say that same thing. That's the reason why I asked that question, where he said it's different. You guys always call me out, and then all of a sudden they get in the ring and they realize, oh man, I'm in the ring against Canelo Alvarez. I think the first couple of rounds, especially the first couple of rounds, probably be fill-out rounds, especially for Canelo. Canelo's never been a fast starter, but I think he's going to take the first couple of rounds just to see what Charlo's going to do. Is this guy actually going to fight me, or is this guy going to move?
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's going to try to do, and see if, okay, how much is he using his jab, and how quickly can I get on the inside? Because we all know this is where Canelo's got to be. It can't be out here. He's got to be out here. And he wants to see, is this guy going to be sticking me like BWBSP did the entire fight with that jab? And how can I get around that jab? So I think the first couple of rounds will be filling rounds. But I think round 3, 4 is when you're going to start seeing some stuff.
The Charlos are known. Lions only has always been their moniker. A lion stalks their prey, and before they pounce. Is this the right strategy for Charlo? And like with Canelo, what kind of an animal beats a lion? Like a hippo?
The hippo is the most dangerous. But imagine Canelo.
What is the animal that beats a lion? That's a great question.
That's a phenomenal question. That's number one. Because the lion is the king of the jungle.
That's right.
And even Canelo said, like, I don't even know what animal y'all want me to be. I mean, I'm no animal, but I'm going there and whoop that ass. It's basically what Canelo said today. Yeah, I mean, that's really the interesting thing here for Canelo is how is he going to go after this guy, and even Charlo, like, is he going to be satisfied being a boxer? And I think if you talk to his camp, Derrick James, he wants him disciplined, and that was the one thing he kept stressing to me. I need him disciplined. I need him focused. In other words, if Canelo gets, let's say, a combination off, crowd goes crazy, I don't need you losing your mind and saying, okay, let me cheer you off. No.
To do a show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, he got his. Don't worry about it. That's just one moment of the round. That round is 3 minutes. Get it back by moving. And listen, if he's focused and disciplined, this could be a really interesting evening, because if you look at in the past, Canelo's kind of faded sometimes in the later rounds.
Absolutely.
And that's when Charlo, who's taking some people out in the later rounds, can be really effective. If you keep doing that and being disciplined and tattooing him every now and then, and you start to see him fade, that's when you can start stalking like that lion and get your prey.
Are you the same beast but a different animal?
I know.
Yeah. Right. Shout out to Conte.
Malik, by the way, this is Brian Custer, because I know he's like, who are you talking to? So this is Brian Custer. If you guys don't know him, I mean, he's a legend.
What's it, Malik?
I don't.
Hey man, you might Google.
Oh wait, I think Malik is talking about Jesus in our.
I'm sorry.
Don't do Brian.
You better Google me.
You better. Right.
You must not watch boxing then if you don't ever see the
or
beginning of the broadcast.
Any other. How many things are you currently broadcasting?
I mean, I got a few jobs.
You got 10 jobs.
Yeah. I'm part Jamaican man. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm back to college football after this.
Oh, very exciting.
College football, man. What the
Deion Sanders?
We got the Deion Sanders
I've got Colorado October 13th. Friday, October 13th in Colorado.
Cue theme music.
Exactly. I love it.
I mean, for him to come out and do what he's doing in college football,
wow.
I mean, football in general, with Taylor Swift with the regular NFL, and then college football, Deion Sanders, football is on fire. It does not matter. And the way Deion Sanders sadly lost, it's like they didn't even show up, but he's like, you know what, it's a loss. We'll be back.
Here's the thing about it. I don't think anybody expected Colorado to go undefeated. Let's be honest. This was a program that won one game. They won one game, and they were horrific. I even did their season opener last year, and that was a bad program. They've already won 3 games. It's a win.
Yeah, it's a win.
It's a win for that program. So the rest of the wins are gravy for them. But more than likely, here's the thing. Just think about the number of recruits that are going to be going to Colorado.
I know.
Colorado is on prime time every Saturday now.
Must-see TV.
Must-see TV, and that's what all these kids want. They want to be seen.
Yeah.
the recruits he's going to bring in there next season,
Especially with the NIL, the NIL.
Oh my God, that
yes.
money they're going to be making
Woo!
too. Oh my God, you're right.
Colorado, the whole state of Colorado is going to be flooded of just
Right.
everyone wants to play football. It
And
doesn't matter.
sunglasses.
And sunglasses.
Yeah, and sunglasses. Oh my God, Brian, I know you've done so many fights.
Mhm.
Do you always get the butterflies?
Love
Or
it.
what is?
I love it.
Is there like a certain thing you do before you get ready, or a certain thing you say to yourself?
Give me my theme music. No, I try to make sure I get me a new suit,
Okay.
depending on the fight. Got me a new suit for this one. So yeah, that's usually my thing. I love it. I mean, I work out like a maniac during fight week. So I want to be ready. I make sure I got my suit right. I love the sport. I love everything about it. I love this atmosphere. I tell people, you have not lived until you've come to a world championship fight in Las Vegas.
Agreed.
That atmosphere is on another level. It's on another level. And there's a reason why everybody in the world of sports wants to come to these fights.
Absolutely. You know, when you look at a lot of fighters, you know, fighters like all sports, but it seems like a certain kind of a kinship between fighters and football players. What do you think that bond is, as somebody who commentates both? What is the bond between fighters and football players?
Because they both see themselves as warriors. You know, really. They both that's what they see, those guys. Those guys, some football players put on those pads, put on that helmet, they feel like, yeah, I'm a warrior. I'm going to battle. Same thing with these boxers. They get in that ring, ain't nobody else in there but them. And I'm going to war, I'm going to battle. And I think that's why they have that mutual respect. And it's probably why you see more football players using boxing as their training.
Yeah.
And now basketball players are doing the same thing as well. But more football players. Matter of fact, I just talked to Michael Parsons of the Cowboys, and he befriended Errol Smith Jr. He's a Dallas guy, and he was just like, man, I love boxing. I love it now. He's like, that's all he did this summer, and helping him help with his conditioning was boxing.
Oh yeah, if you can go through 12 rounds of boxing, I think you can survive any sport.
Absolutely.
Minus being hit too.
Yeah, right.
I hosted the virtual influencer roundtable for PBC the other day, and I asked a question, and I saw this on social media. Who do you think is going to have a better ring walk? Because Terrence Crawford set the standard extremely high. When you see Eminem, not even rap, he just walked about it.
Eminem outside his house. That's great.
It was like, okay, well, he won one round, and so now Canelo, we've seen his epic mariachis, Vicente, like everybody. And then I don't know who Jermel is going to bring. I've heard some of the rappers he's named, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win tomorrow just in the ring walk?
Yeah, I'll probably give it to Canelo because like you said, whether it's the mariachi or he's going to have somebody.
Yes.
And I know Mel was like, yo, I'm trying to get Bun B. I couldn't get Chris Brown. I was trying, he was trying to get all kinds. So he's still trying to work on that. So I'm going to give it to Canelo. I still think that the one guy that everybody for some reason wants to be down with is Tank. Like everybody wants to walk out with Tank.
Yeah. Yep.
Madonna could have walked him out.
See, he should have been lobbying. You know, Beyonce and Meg Thee Stallion were just in Houston the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Imagine if he brought out even she just came out with Beyonce.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah. Imagine those girls come out and be like, okay.
I love
Houston stand up.
Houston stand up.
Ooh, if he wins, I mean, Houston likes to support Houston.
You're
so
right.
Beyonce, Meg, if you watch.
There you go. See, we're putting the plug in for you, Jamel.
Putting it out there.
Put out
thinking outside the box.
Bayhive. If you guys are watching, put it out to Beyonce. Y'all ride deep. I know you guys
really
do.
are. Yeah, no idea.
I know. By the way, what's in the drinks?
Mine is water.
And mine is still empty.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
But that could change.
Yeah.
That could change.
We are in Vegas.
Live at the MGM.
We are in Vegas.
We did see Canelo's Viva Mexico Cabrones.
Yes, I had to voice that too. I had to voice. I had to bone up on my Spanish for the billboards for the.
Do it for us.
Oh man!
Run it for us.
What is
Don't copyright us, Viva.
Okay.
It is like it was VMC tequila cocktail, El Orient ante todo, right?
Okay.
Isn't that that was it?
Viva Cabrones!
Viva Cabrones!
Yeah, that was it for that one. That was that one. Absolutely. Yeah.
We should have brought.
And I asked him about it. I said, I had to voice those. He goes, you need to try it. It's good. That's what he said.
We tried to get one, but
I wonder,
That's true.
I mean, that's his space. I mean, he's got his drink now. We know The Rock has his.
Yeah, I know.
The Rock got everything.
But you know, I'm part. I got a little piece in Don Anibal tequila.
You know, we would like a nice, beautiful
We like
bottle.
tequila.
I'm
We've
gonna
got
get-
we
I'm
got
gonna-
glasses
Yes,
ready.
I'm gonna have to put that right up. Don Anibal tequila. We got to get y'all some.
Where's your agave from?
Well, Felix de Jesus.
Yes.
Felix is really named after Felix. And
Really?
It's from his family.
Oh, what?
See, y'all better put some respect on Felix de Jesus'
What?
name.
How about
You know,
that?
people
I know.
be talking mess on Twitter about him translating.
I mean, it's true. I don't know.
Put some respect on that man's name.
I've seen a lot of people say he didn't say that,
Right.
but I can't say because I don't know.
Felix don't get mad. This is just true story. So we were in New York. We were doing the press tour.
Yeah.
And Felix was going to do the translation for Canelo.
Oh
And
no.
And Canelo, we were getting ready to walk out there. And Canelo said, I heard about you.
Oh
If you
no.
misquote me, I'm going to give you a left hook to your liver.
Oh my God.
Man, I laughed so hard. I was like, damn,
Felix, stop
I
playing.
said, when the boxers now know about you, man, you got
Yes. Fight night is anytime any translation that goes on Showtime. I just wait like this.
I know. I wait for all the Mexicans. Like, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans too.
You
Yeah.
know, I
Yeah.
should put maybe closed caption on the fights next
that's
time to
hilarious.
see if he says that.
Hilarious.
And then, sorry, Felix.
No,
I'm just
sorry.
going by.
We don't know. It
Sorry.
sounds good to
You
us.
say right. But that's what Canelo said.
You know, sometimes when it's a long phrase and then someone says, oh, it's like half a phrase, I'm like, he didn't say just that.
Right.
He said a lot of words.
Exactly.
I heard cabron.
Yeah.
I heard puto. I heard a lot of bad things.
Okay.
Look, I know that.
You know, in Tagalog, puto is a dessert bread.
Oh, get out of here.
I swear. Puto. But there's
I mean,
puto.
it's a
Puto is
dessert bread
puta.
for some people,
Puta
too.
in Spanish. So
Oh.
sorry, but puto, yeah, people call it puta.
Okay.
But it's a dessert bread.
It's a dessert bread for some people too.
Mm.
Period.
All right then.
All right.
All
It's a
right,
grown
then.
people show.
Right.
Are you
exactly.
sure there's nothing in your cup?
Right, exactly.
Nothing.
You crazy.
Nothing.
What
I
is in
really-
your thermos?
Just agua. Para los Latinos,
This is
solamente agua
hilarious. That is hilarious.
for now.
This
For
is
now.
the fun
For now.
we have on our show. You know, as of now, we are the first two women that have a podcast that do a show like
That's
this.
phenomenal.
And we have so much fun. We've been colleagues for so long, and we've been seeing this. I'm like, we can do this. We know our
Yeah.
boxing. We're everywhere. But this is for you to be gracing our chair, our live stream, our first
sure.
live stream ever in the media room.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Best Women's Boxing Show, period.
I love it.
We are so blessed and we're grateful, Brian.
Well, see,
Thank
you guys,
so much.
you guys are always here. And listen, you guys are legends as well because you're always at the fights, at all of them. And that's what we had a conversation. I was like, man, I see you everywhere.
Yeah, I work for Ring, or used
Everywhere.
to, but we just said let's just do
Went all
something
in.
and screw it. That's why our audacious name, but it's true.
That's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, Brian Custer, you go do your rounds. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
And
y'all.
I can't wait to see your fit Saturday
For sure.
night.
And come back. We'll have a glass for you.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like come back in like 2 hours.
I love it.
Yeah, we're gonna have the
Make sure there's some.
we're gonna have
It's
a,
gonna be something.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
have
put some
this.
tequila in it.
you know, we're just sampling. We're
Right.
taste testing, and we're gonna give the feedback for Canelo.
Oh, tell us the tequila one more
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Don Anibal tequila.
Go
Make sure
get
you
it.
get your bottle.
Look it up,
Oh.
Google it, and buy it.
Is
Buy
it in reposado?
Reposado, añejo, and the regular was it clear? The white. Correct. Just the
Blanco.
Blanco.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
Blanco.
Okay,
Okay.
it's fight weekend. Make sure you get it. Get you some
And
wings.
there's little bottles
Get you
now.
some
There's little bottles
tacos,
now.
and get some minis of his tequila,
There you
and make it a great
We
fight
will
night.
we will totally grace it and drink it for you.
We will drink that shit.
We will make drinks.
We're gonna drink
We
it.
will shake up everything. We'll do a full on show of. All right, Brian, go before we get in trouble because we're keeping you too long. Thank you so much.